Today, I'm fixing my future because someone has to. If you start my savings and investment plans with Old Mutual today, then my future will be smoother than Dad's head. So you get advice from the people at Old Mutual, and I'll get those gold stars to make you proud. Any questions?
Do future doctors pack their own lunches?
Start their journey by speaking to an Old Mutual financial advisor today. Invest in their future. Do great things every day.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. 2 players released officially by Orlando Pirates today. It's 2 fullbacks as well. On the left-hand side, Paseka, Mako. On the right-hand side, Thabiso, Monyane, a DDC product of Orlando Pirates. He's been let go. There's already been rumors that he is in talks with Kaizer Chiefs. We'll find out, of course, in the fullness of time. Nothing stays in the dark for good. And I'm sure we'll know at some point where Paseka Mako will go. Good decision, bad decision. Former Orlando Pirates, captain, highest ever goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates in the Premier Soccer League era. Mrs. So-and-so, what did you make when you saw this news? 2 fullbacks Orlando Pirates let go of.
Mr. Ke kunjani
Mr.
mfethu?
So-and-so?
Ngibulise wena, ngibulise Stizi,
Yes, sir.
ngibulise Chairman, ngibulise Lindo Mkwena. Ngibulise nemakhaya, ngicela support njalo la iDiskiTV. Ngizoyibeka nje njalo angijiki futhi. Mr. Nkewu, I sometimes I ask myself, ukuthi, am I watching the football that everyone is watching or ngizibukele lami ibhola na? Because when I look at Mako, I was crying ukuthi at Pirates there's no left back that is better than Mako. But Mako bekakhona ukuthi ahlaliswe benchini kudlala uWotho there. And I remember one day we fought mina no Juna. Ngathi mina the difference between Mako no Wotho is ukuthi uWotho is a hard worker. There's a difference between a hard worker and a good player. So Wotho is a hard worker, that's why he will play. So you get a shy Mako. And then the boy Monyane, man, I think yes, everyone was expecting a lot from him.
Yeah.
And now I think I'm a role of how they wanted him to play in the team. I think at some point they confused because he's a natural right back. You know, kuna lama full back. Kune right back. Monyane, he's a right back. He's a typical right back, a right back that assists, doesn't initiate the attack. He assists going forward. So now at Pirates, they needed a full back, somebody that will initiate an attack.
I think besides that, so whoever plays in that position at Orlando Pirates has got a problem.
Yeah.
There's Dino van Rooyen.
Yeah.
There's Thabiso.
Yeah.
There's a young kid called Undlozi that they were introducing now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting someone else as well. Bandile Shandu.
Yeah, Shandu, yes.
So Monyane, it would be the 5th as well. You see that there was always just going to be that problem of 5 players in one position. But there's a bigger problem here. Of course, you will know this. Young products coming from the development of the team being let go at age 23, 24. Is it possible that they saw the doctor's report or a medical report, your injury, and they said to themselves, we might as well let him go now at the end of his contract? Is that possible, or is it based on ability?
Nguleko yazi mawenza ngapha interview ungabe umamela masixoxa lapha.
Oh, you were saying that? I didn't know.
You can ask Kuchula will tell you.
I didn't know.
You can ask Kuchula will tell you because I said Kuchula. The reason why both of them they left is because of the injuries.
Yeah.
Not because of.
But Monyane is young enough because Ulibitona has been injured. I'm not saying they must fire people. We don't try to get people losing their jobs.
Yeah.
I am just saying that there's been other players who were injured who were not let go. Monyane has age on his side. He's maybe 23 or 22. I can't remember. But if you think he's got an injury, he can recover for it. He could have been 25 and still be at Pirates, 27 and still be at Pirates.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I can understand with a 31-year-old or 32-year-old when he's got an injury. Like Rivaldo was so injured for, I don't think maybe a year went by, we didn't see him.
Yeah.
But with this one, as a young kid, he can recover from that. Unless on the medical report, Baboni Luwuti, it's a long-term problem, the injury.
Mr. Nkewu, I always find it difficult sometimes here in South Africa, and I believe that we've got the best doctors now. Like trust me when I'm saying this, we've got the best doctors like Kaya. Yoguti, why a young boy at 23 having an injury is over so serious in such a manner that like I mean, in the situation of him staying in the team or living in the team based on, because now it's about an injury. It's not about anything else. It's about good. Okay, no boy, I think maybe you got injured on the same place. Now it tends to be a chronic injury. So you are somebody that we cannot trust in the future that you're gonna be there. So that's why they I think they release him. But it's so sad, Mr. Keo. It's so sad that you got
Did it shock you when you heard it? So did it come as a surprise that they release a young product like that?
I was very, very disturbed, Mr. Keo, because I believe that when you develop a player, you develop that player to sustain the senior team. And now when you develop him and then you get to that senior team and then now things have to change in a manner that you have to be released. It raised a lot of questions and disturbed nje kancane ukuthi what was the point of us developing a player and then we're going to release him? Can't we maybe try and find some solutions in terms of the injury, what caused that injury, how can we make it better? Don't you think good maybe if we can give him maybe another year and see at least that injury, can he come back and give us what he was giving us? Then if he's not giving us what he was giving us before, then something else. And then we gave you a chance.
Now, besides the injury, it's also to cut you.
Yeah.
If there's 5 of you in one position, does that not contribute to the decision in your club?
Yeah, Mr. K, you know by 5, ne? But injury is something else, because now when you look at by 5 and then we're now pulling injury, obvious. I mean, so when then you made it easier for the team to cut lapana because of why are we sitting with 5 right back, full back players? So we can release this one and then stay. But now my question again for the future. Libuso is also injured. I mean, Libito. Is he gonna stay? Let's watch the space, because what happened now, Monyane, was going to happen to him. What happened to Guluntuzana? There's something that I've picked up from Gwezimnyama is that Mage Waba, the injury, maybe a serious injury. The contractor my pen, chances are they can release you.
Well, you can't really blame the club. I know, obviously, a club that does by its people, you try to take care of people, try to see if it's going to get better. Even Sundown stayed long with Rivaldo, trying to see if it's going to get better. But in 2 years, if you played less than 10 matches, it's like, okay, we might as well wash our hands. You can't really blame one club. It's usually that we have to make a decision. We can't extend this contract, unfortunately. There's also a rumor that he might go to Chiefs. Now, if you go to Chiefs with those same problems, and Chiefs as well, last season, this time, they signed Bongani from Pirates. And we never see him play because he was injured. He was on loan at Swallows, but he was still a Pirates player. So it's like a pattern of the same thing as well. Why would a big team sign another player from a big team who was not playing?
We do Ubongani, I think he got injured pre-season. So I think it's a different case with what happened to Monyane. Monyane, he needs time. He needs game time. Get a team that will give him an opportunity to play again.
Oh, he's definitely playing the PSL. He's a good player.
Yeah, he can play. He can play for any team. He just need to gain his confidence and the belief. The worry, Mr. K, is that injury, how serious it was now, in the manner that he was out for a long period, and now they don't give you an opportunity. That means you've got a serious issue.
Let's look at quickly Paseka Mako. Last but not least, he's not less important. That's why we're talking about him now. He's actually very important as well. But there are contracts that you sign. Maybe Pirates was the last big contract. Maybe he can settle at a mid-table team. Because he's a decent player. He's played. I think he's over 30. And we do realize as well in football that at some point you're only left with 3 or 4 years in football. What do you do if you are him?
No, I think ngibonile laphana la inechildren engathi asina left back. Yes.
Hayi botso. Ikhona intwana engathi ubani lingathi isuka ku super sport and I don't know if he's a left back, but they want to sign him. Because it's implausible for big teams to constantly sign players over 30 unless he's like a striker or a top player. Like even Umbule, if he was over 30, you can sign him because you know he's a game-changing player.
No, you know, Mr. Geo, I'm looking at Guti. Yes, the age, maybe we can talk about it, but when you look at his quality and look at the players that are there now, the team, Mako for life, I think he can come in that position. The only mistake that Chiefs did was to allow that boy, I think Umtaka or Roman, the one.
Oh, Stellenbosch, left back.
Yes.
He's a decent left back.
Look, no doubt.
Yeah.
That was the mistake that they did. So now, am correct? Mako manje, baletela Mako. But I'm saying, bring Mako la to give you stability. And also, by having Mako, it gives you also time to get an understanding. Also, Mako, where you can change him, looking at the games and and put that player for the future. So that is one thing that I think our teams in South Africa, some they fail to do that. But yeah, Mako, I think last chance can be quick as a Chiefs.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so. That's Paseka Mako and Thabiso Monyane leaving Orlando Pirates, officially announced today. That's not a rumor. It's official. They've left the club. Of course, you don't get fired in football. You sign a 2-year contract, 3-year contract. If it ends, it ends. Sometimes, of course, you get fired. Like, they cut you in the middle of your contract. But in instances like these, they have not given them a contract. It means you are free to join anyone you want to join. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe those players might be playing at the Club World Cup or in the National First Division. You see, life ifana namadies. Ungazibona sodlala team ku Club World Cup okanye uthi ugqeza udlala ngapha ku NFD, yabo, okanye uhlala lapha ku PSL, yabo. So injalo life, and it's not even a laughing matter actually if you think about it. These guys are out of jobs and they are worried. But one thing for them, for those two players, is that they are going to play in the Premier Soccer League because they're still decent players. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times was so spitting. For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za.
Shapunjan bafowethu igama lami uLindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Tanko.
This is Monyane Benedict Vilakazi, they call me so. Niyazi bafowethu, amakhosi for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe iDiskiTV.